Hello.
There it is. There it is. All the things.
Mukbang.
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 Mukbang. Anyway, welcome y'all. Welcome to my channel. I am Janet Love, and I would love to introduce you guys to my dear soul sister here. I have so many soul sisters.
Right.
Well, this is Erica Bell, and she is an amazing, holistic, spiritual, super spiritual, what would you say, practitioner of some sort, like
Holistic
tantra
practitioner,
Yeah.
in general, but yeah, mainly tantra and sacred medicine.
and sacred medicine. Yes, so she offers sacred medicine, and if you guys are interested in learning about that today, she will share all the things about sacred medicine. And I've done some sacred medicine in the past, and it's been very life-changing and amazing. So we're gonna eat. So we got food from Tender Greens today. I highly doubt everything is organic here, but it's okay. This is why we got Biome.
Yes. So I should take one of these.
Yes, because you literally just pulled it out of your cupboard.
Yeah. I was like, I didn't know I had these still.
I didn't even know you had some
Yeah.
left.
Yeah.
But the Biome is a prebiotic, probiotic pill that supports in eliminating glyphosate out of the body. And if you guys do not know what glyphosate is, it is a toxic chemical sprayed into our food, in our farms, in our golf courses, and it's also known as Roundup. And Roundup is a very toxic chemical that can cause diseases and cancer and mind fog and makes you bloat, and it's just ruining the gut microbiome. And this is a pill that Dave Sandoval put together some herbs to support our gut health. So if you guys do not take a probiotic, prebiotic, or have a pill that, or eat super clean, highly recommend you guys have this in your cupboard. Like, it totally can be a company of its own.
Right.
No,
Right. I just
seriously.
pulled it out of nowhere today. And I just take one?
I love it. Yeah, you could do one in the morning, one at night.
Okay.
And because
Beautiful.
when was the last time you took it?
Gosh, since I did the cleanse, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
How long ago was that?
See,
Like a year ago?
and you know what? I get to say something. Be
Yeah.
totally transparent. It goes to show how great, even if you don't do the cleanse perfectly, I still felt all the benefits.
Yeah?
And like, I could really genuinely say, like, that's
Yeah.
one thing that I was worried about, you know, when you hear cleanse and you hear you have to go on a faster diet or do all these restrictions
Yeah.
that I get nervous about and I don't like to do. But it goes to show, like, I've done it strict,
Yeah.
amazing results. I've
You
done
did
it.
for 10 days, right? Or 30?
I did 10 and then 10 again.
Pacha.
Hi, there's my baby
Pacha.
girl.
Say hi to Pacha.
She wants to, no begging. No
She's
begging.
so cute.
We'll get her in here, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
She
She's
always
so
wants to
adorable.
be the center of
She's
attention.
a baby still.
But yeah.
Yeah, take one.
And then there's when you don't take
Yeah,
it correctly.
I took mine this morning already.
Perfect.
I take it on a daily
Cheers.
regimen. I take it every day anyway. I mean, I eat fairly clean. I would say, like, you know, 85%, 80%, 80-20-ish. You know, like, they're my 15-20%. I'll, like, indulge in my, like, vegan ice cream or, like, my,
And
you
we're
know,
both
breads.
Tauruses, so we love our comfort food.
Yes, we love food, period. But being
So we got a
conscious-
little bit of that
Yeah, being-
today. We got a
yeah.
little apple.
dessert. What is that?
Yeah, it's
It's like a
apple
cobbler or something.
cobbler. Yeah.
Oh, there's like apple in between.
And there's
Looks
some
good.
sauce that goes on top, like
Oh,
whipped
really?
cream or
That's
something.
amazing.
So we'll say
I don't think I've ever
for
had that
later.
before from Tender
I
Greens.
haven't, and every time I've gone, I've wanted it, but they're
Really?
always out. So we got it today.
Are you gonna try some of my lentils?
Yes,
too?
that's what I was gonna just go grab really quickly.
Oh yeah, wait for you, and then we'll do a little prayer.
Yes, perfect.
Do a little mini prayer. I like to at least say a little mini prayer just to be
first.
grateful for our food, you know, because it nourishes our body, and we want to eat consciously, you know, and try to eat so you're not like 100% full. It's good to eat 70% full-ish,
Ooh,
80,
and that way it
70,
settles
80.
in.
Yeah, because if you're overly full, you just want to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Get food coma. Okay, so I do this symbol, or you could just, you know, put your hands over your food, but I like this symbol because it's a Reiki symbol that my friend Lucy taught me. So just really quick, just thanking God, Mother Earth, and to the plants and the animals, to the people who made it. And we just want this food to nourish our body and bless everyone in this world that do not have enough to eat. May this food nourish our bodies.
Gratitude.
Amen. Aho.
Aho, as we say.
Yeah. Aho. What does aho mean to you?
It's like amen, blessings,
Yeah.
or so be it.
Yeah,
you
so
know?
be it.
Yeah.
Like, I thought it was like I see you, I hear you, or
Yes,
something like that.
yes,
Same thing?
absolutely. Yeah.
Well,
Just
anyway,
like, hey.
yeah, let's dig in a little bit.
Let's start.
Let's dig in.
So we essentially got the same thing, but I got one with
Oh,
stir.
yeah, let's show you.
I needed some iron.
Yeah, she eats steak still. But I don't eat
Very rarely, but
beef anymore.
yeah, and you got the chicken. Yeah.
Yeah, I started eating chicken again just last year.
Yes.
But after I did ayahuasca, I stopped eating chicken.
For the plants and the animals.
Yeah, I just didn't feel called because I did 30 days in Peru. I did 30 days like vegetarian.
Their dieta, yeah.
And then I just was eating so clean that I just didn't feel called after I did the plant medicine that I didn't feel called to to eat animal meat anymore until that. It's been about over 7 years. So I just started eating chicken again just last year.
Right.
So I just been craving it. After 7-8 years, I'm like, okay, I saw my friend eating like some chicken wings and I'm like, you know what? I kind of was like, I kind of want a bite out of nowhere.
And sometimes you gotta listen to your body, you know.
Yeah.
To each their own. And
Yeah.
I respect, of course, as ethically sourced or as organically grown,
Right.
or when it comes to all
Farm to
that.
table.
If it was up to me, we would go back to hunting and farming solely. But
Yeah.
you know,
We're in a new age now.
We're in a new age. We're in a new age.
Unless we're living in the mountains somewhere, but it's good to grow your own food.
Absolutely.
Very good to grow your own food.
But being in LA,
Mm.
it's definitely different. But oh, this is so good. I love their
Yeah.
dressing.
What kind of dressing is it anyway? Cilantro?
I think it's like a lime cilantro. Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, I heard the lentil soup go.
Mm.
Let's get some of that Janet made for us.
Oh yeah, I made lentil soup. I love making soups, but I was meal prepping for myself at home and made some lentil soup with
some mashed
spoon.
potatoes. Yeah.
Oh yeah, mashed potatoes. I gotta try those mashed potatoes.
Even though we're
I
like,
don't really eat a lot of potatoes, but when I do, I love me some hash browns. And once in a while, I'll have mashed potatoes, but
and I like to get the little baby forks to trick myself. The baby spoons, I mean.
oh, to trick yourself?
Yeah, just to be like, oh, I'm having so many big spoonfuls. And I don't know, I was thinking of putting a little bit of dip of this in the lentil soup too.
Oh, yeah, that's smart. I gotta try that.
Oh.
But I already had my power shake this morning. Yeah?
It's good.
It's good?
Yeah. It's really good. Their potatoes are one of my favorite potatoes. And their tomato soup is also like one of my favorites.
I wonder is it because it's full of butter?
Is there a little garlic, do you think?
Why it's so tasty?
Do you taste a little garlic, or was that more from the lentil soup?
I mean, I did put some garlic in there, but do you taste the garlic in the mash?
Maybe. Let me try it out like solely by
Yeah.
itself. And their bread.
Yeah. So wait, so how did we meet, Erica?
Okay.
We met through Chelsea.
We met through Chelsea. We love Chelsea so much.
Oh, the dear soul sister.
Yes, yes. It's like our celestial family just came together. I feel like around 2018 started coming swirling in a vortex, and it's been such a blessing. And you know, Chelsea and Janet were roommates, and at the time I was working out of their house. You know, we're hosting ceremonies.
That's right.
As well as, you know, they would rent out their space for me to take my solo clients, and yeah, so they were a big part of getting me to where I am now in my own space. And actually Chelsea comes and she works from here too. And so, and we do retreats together. We've been doing, gosh, how many? We've done 2 Joshua Tree now. And we have
a few full moon ceremonies.
Quite a bit of the solstice, winter, and summer.
Don't worry, I'm going to show you guys her space. She decorated her house super cute, super hippie, super spiritual, and very LA, but like a hippie LA, but it is Erica, you know, it's totally Erica. I'm more of a modern day hippie, you know, but she has everything, like the sound bowls, her tools, like all the decorations. Don't worry, I'll take the camera around her house.
Yeah, a lot of
and the altars. Oh my god,
all the deities, all the gods and goddesses. I do really solely like spirituality is important, and I respect all religions, and I appreciate all the cultures, and from all the travels and studies and places I've lived, and different tribes all over the world that I've worked with, I've learned a lot of cool like technology and these golden keys of like health and healing and spirituality that have really helped, you know, with my growth and my healing. And it's so exciting to share these things with others and see their transformation and their growth, and it really brings me joy, and so I'm very blessed. Very blessed. So super blessed. It's a conglomeration of all that in one. What works for me, and hey, if I could share that and it works for others too, then so be it. Everybody has their truth. Everybody has something. And that's what I think it's so cool, teaching others to be their own healer, right? Like, you don't have to just stay with us. Right. Essentially, once you start practicing these different modalities and using these tools, like, you start seeing your own gifts that grow, and you start seeing, like, your truth. And it comes and it's clarified, and it's very powerful and it's very beautiful.
Yeah, I think it's so important to be conscious nowadays with this messed up world, with the messed up food industry getting people sick, you know, and like just being aware. I mean, it's hard to be totally conscious and aware like 1000% of the time, which is totally understandable because we've been programmed for so long from them, you know, like the commercials saying Coca-Cola was good for you, cigarettes you're like, okay, like what? I'm like, this stuff is killing you. You know, it's horrible.
And it's hard to listen to your intuition once that's been so distorted for so long. And that's all you've grown up in, and especially in LA.
Yeah, and they're putting so many of those processed food. They're putting so many bad ingredients, like dyes and artificial sweeteners and just chemicals, carcinogens, fillers, which is horrible for you. It can cause diseases, and this is why people are getting sick. Like nowadays, people are getting so sick, and this is why I really want to like express that to, you know, just remind people to read labels and take care of themselves and like take care of their gut health, and just, you know, just be more conscious in what you're putting in your body, because it can lift your vibration or deplete it, right? But let's talk about tantra.
I wanted to say one more thing about that, like just because I'm kind of realizing the importance. Like when we're young, we kind of feel invincible. We don't experience any health issues that are super severe, or people in our lives, even our families, like our parents, our friends. Once you start experiencing those things firsthand, you do realize the importance of that maintenance, that upkeep, instead of waiting till something hits the fan and then going into crisis mode and then course correcting. It's just so good and so important to keep up with that.
Yeah, standard American diet is horrible. People are obese nowadays. They're having diabetes. Like, what can you do to, you know, make yourself feel lighter, happier, and feel good and not depressed? And, you know, because when you feel lighter, you could like move, you know what I mean? And it's so good to be able to move your body and get your blood flowing, and just, you want to be able to live longer. You know what's crazy? I hear some people that they're like, I don't want to live so old. I'm like, well, you gotta take care of yourself. You know?
If you feel like
be
crap,
happy. You know, I have some sarcastic friends that would be like, live your life, you know, eat whatever you want because you get to be happy. Well, do you know what's inside that food? It's like so bad for you. You don't want to feel sick and be bedridden and be taken care of.
Exactly. When you're 60, 70, like bedridden.
Or in a wheelchair.
That's not life. That's not living. That's not happiness. Like no, absolutely. And then you see people as beautiful as Janet. Like, that's my inspiration, because hands down.
You're beautiful too.
Thank you. Obviously. No. But it definitely is like, like, if we're gonna be here, these are our temples, and this could definitely move on into the tantra, speaking of that, because our body is this sacred freaking vessel, man. And like, keeping this for as long as we can, as strong as we can, as healthy as we can, and like enjoying this experience to the fullest, like it's a unique blessing. And I really feel called to like having people own their highest best version of self with this body, and like aligning with your spirit embodiment. Does that make sense? Like, that's really what I feel like we're doing here. Like, essentially, it's like the embodiment of spirit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like,
I like that.
It's really cool. Yeah.
We get to fulfill our spirit, fulfill our soul, right?
Yeah. And this body, this is like so rare. Like, who knows? You never know. Like, it can be very short. It can be over instantly. And just really keeping that sacred is something that's very special.
So can you explain what Tantra is? You do it with mostly men, but some women do it too.
Oh, I definitely have. I think my goal and what I've been shifting into more so than anything, because I'm going back to school for sex therapy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm gonna get my master's.
Through ISA? No.
No, but funny you mentioned that. One of my other sisters just did complete a course with ISA. And that's, you know, I feel like it's very MITT, but for Tantra, which is very interesting from what I've researched. But of course, you know, it's very much so I haven't experienced that, so I don't know firsthand. But it's something that I would be open to, absolutely.
Yeah.
But no,
Sex
definitely,
therapy,
like, legitimately, like, I got accepted to Pepperdine for my master's program.
Wow.
It's a little hard to pay for, so I'm still figuring those things out. It's very expensive school. Yeah, there's a lot of things that I'm definitely looking into. There's a lot of opportunities, but that in itself is like really powerful. And it's like my dream school. So yeah.
So why sex therapy?
So great question.
Yeah.
I feel that sexual liberation, freedom, and the removing of the shame and the guilt and all the programming that we've had around that, and relationships and love is something that's gonna move our consciousness to the next level and heal like the universal.
Wow, I hear you.
Yeah.
I'm American, but my parents are born and raised in Vietnam. They're Chinese, and I never grew up around my parents talking about sex, so I had to learn all about that on my own. So being first generation. And so it's crazy that I just saw this movie called Joyride, and it's from the same directors and producers of Crazy Rich Asians. Oh, and
fun.
It's like a crew of Asian women that, you know, are having a joyride through life, but they, you know, they're very, the way they speak and everything is very open, and one of them is like very open about her sexuality and doesn't give a F about anything, you know what I mean? So like, and expressing it, because, and we don't, in our culture, we don't really express sexuality in such a comfortable, open way, you know, we really just kind of keep that to ourselves.
And that leads you to learn like on your own, which is okay, but when there's no guidance in like a healthy, grounded sense, it can get very confusing, especially when emotions are involved, especially when the endorphins, especially, what were we talking about? What did you call it with a relationship? The serotonin bonding, or?
Oxytocin bonding.
Oxytocin bonding.
Goodness, that's a thing.
And like, it's just wild how like it all surrounds around the love. And the connection and the lack thereof, or the chemistry, the great chemistry that you do have, and you receiving it, or you giving it appropriately, or you being given it as a child appropriately, or not, and like how we like shy away from it, or how we like desperately long for it, or how all of this is like really rearing like our decisions in life. And a lot of women kind of more so do understand the importance of this, and you've seen like this consciousness of the goddess rising, womb healing, all of these other things that were ancient practices as well, that are now kind of coming full circle. And then the embodiment of the like masculine and the feminine balance, and then the healthy masculine or the toxic masculine, the healthy feminine, the toxic feminine, and
so much to that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and how it's all coming into this beautiful balance and dance and like mastery. And that's what one thing that I will say about Tantra specifically is a practice that has taught me all of those things, and like bringing me in alignment with my highest best version of self, connecting me to source, connect into the physical body, grounding me here on this earth, having love, having joy, having pleasure, having bliss for everything that I do in life, right? The food, the animals, like And it's just, and relationships, like, trust me, I'm not perfect, right? Like, we are still always learning and growing. I'm no saint, but it's definitely improved my life in every single, like, facet that you can imagine.
Right.
So it's
there's always room
yeah.
for improvement, I always say.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a never-ending process, right?
Being super strict and healthy, there's always room for improvement with personal development, all the things. Yeah, I love that. But yeah, I wanted you to explain like Tantra a little bit. I think
more about it. Yeah.
Yeah, like, and then you can, well, we started with sex therapy, with about shame and guilt.
And the connection and love.
But what does a Tantra session or workshop or look like, or, you know?
So essentially,
how does it
can be a self-practice. It's kind of like, I started with that, a little bit of abstinence, and loving myself. And
that's where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
Total abstinence. This whole year, it's just about myself, according to numerology, is my 7th year. So, you know, I went through my separation of my romantic soulmate last year, so I told myself it's just gonna serve my highest good and his highest good to just be with myself this year without even entertaining anybody else, you know. And it's been really good. Yeah. And yeah, just been loving myself and just doing me and doing my YouTube and just, you know,
like
teaching
that's
yoga.
Where it starts, right?
Doing my health coaching stuff. Yeah.
Really does, first and foremost, inward.
Solitude.
Right?
Yeah, solitude. Before I can even bring somebody else into my life and not just jump into another relationship, you know what I mean?
And that it's that mastery of the self-love.
Yes. And Jay Shetty even says it. Solitude, that's the #1 rule. That's one of his #1 rule.
Right.
In his book, Solitude.
Solitude, not isolation. Always having that support team and that pure, unconditional love, and knowing and trusting that discernment of like what's not leaking your energy, what's not wasting your energy, what is their real intent, what is your real intent, and that's what you learn in solitude.
Right. And there are times when I have masturbated to myself, and I would have this massive release, and I would cry it out like out of nowhere. But then, and also sex magic is a thing to manifest. So when you orgasm, it's so good to visualize your goals and what you want in life. So just like not letting that energy leak just outwards, right? But also pulling it back in such a way where you're breathing in, right? So breathing in and just keep that vision, right? And then and they say sex magic is huge,
right? So that's
our sacral chakra.
Yes, it's basically our kundalini resides at the base of the spine, and it's for me it really does feel like our root and the sacral, and even the solar plexus. Really, it just feels like the lower chakras is where the house is, and I think the idea of like kundalini rising is really working it so that it's lives within your whole body always, right? Wholly.
Wow.
But all of us have it. Yeah, all of us, and that's the thing. A lot of people aren't aware of working with this, and it's just like anything else. You go to the gym, you work out your muscles, you get stronger. If you sit at home and you don't, you get weaker. It's depleted, but it's still there. You still have the muscle mass. You have the physical matter body.
Yeah.
But like,
so how does it heal? Tantra, how does it heal?
So essentially, it's bringing all of your chakras into alignment. It's opening them. It's moving them. It's creating within yourself that mastery of energy.
But through sexual energy, though, right?
Absolutely. Okay. So it is the kundalini.
Because I can balance your chakras, but it's not all just sexual.
Exactly.
It's more like centering yourself.
But I mean, this is a good question too. Like, what do you call it? Like he or chi or just the
wheel of life? Yeah.
Kundalini?
Well, because you mean the chakras?
Right. And the energy that's flowing, right?
I mean, Kundalini starts from the base of your root, so I think it twirls that certain energy
through each of the chakras.
Yeah, so it's a little bit different definitions for each thing.
But they're kind of similar energy forces that I feel.
Totally.
Yeah.
It is.
And it's great because you're mastering the control of your energy. You're mastering the movement of it. You're mastering when can I send it out and connect to others? Or when can I give it to this plant or this animal or this human? And when do I have to when do I need to receive it back?
Right.
When do I need to move it which way, this way, that way, open this one, clear that one? And when do I need to use it to protect myself, genuinely, you know?
So how would you do a tantra session to yourself?
So it would be a self-pleasure practice and breath work. It's all about the senses too. Okay. Right? So you're activating and arousing all of your senses to a heightened level of mindfulness.
So it's kind of like a meditation even.
Absolutely.
It's basically would you say you're masturbating? So you're masturbating and meditating?
There's so many different modalities that are attached to tantra practices. Yeah. Sorry, I got a big piece of meat there. That was a good one. My mouth. No.
This is tantra too.
Yes, it is. This is the pleasure. This is the bliss. This is tantric. We're arousing our sense of taste and our sense of smell. And people do, and I've actually been wanting to do an exercise where you're doing blindfolding, feeding your partner, arousing this intimacy around the taste, around the smells, and because we use, animals use their sense of smell more than anything, right? And humans are always using their eyes. They're trying to see. They're trying to make sense cognitively. But being able to drop into your body and using the rest of the senses fully is a tantric practice. It really is.
I wish I would add more dressing.
Right. We should ask for extra dressing. That dressing's so good.
I know, it's not enough dressing. But it's okay. It's still good.
When you get it to go. It's so good. Typically they do toss it, right, when you eat it there, but it's probably because we got it to go. But anyway, so we're sitting in mindfulness. We're sitting in the moment, right? We're being very present with every little sensation, every little taste, every little touch, every little sound, every little feeling of emotion, and allowing it to express itself, allowing it to move through the body, seeing in your mind's eye, feeling not only with your physical touch, but feeling with your heart, you know, sitting in each chakra and just really allowing it. There's really no, it's all about the journey. It's not about the destination.
That makes me, that just reminded me of how I'm chewing.
Yeah.
Being conscious, you gotta chew consciously. Chewing your food, let it break down in your mouth. Break down, let it digest in your mouth before it goes in, right? But you wanna chew they say it's good to chew 25 to 30 times before you swallow. Right. Sometimes when people are so hungry, they start to hoover their food, just snort it and inhale it. And I think it's good to be conscious while you're chewing, and it's
taking
break
things
down your
slow,
food first.
Right. Enjoying every moment. We're so rush culture over here.
Oh my god. I know.
And that's what is beautiful, I would say, about my experiences and my sessions is I really take people out of that for a minute. And that's what I think I get the most feedback on.
Out of what? The rush?
Yeah, just not having to rush, not feeling you know, that there's all these other things on your mind. There's all these other people, places, things to please or do.
You're very grounding too, so you help them ground into the present moment. And this is what I do as a yoga teacher, right? And you do that in your tantra sessions.
And they have Kundalini breathwork. They have Kundalini yoga. These are all modalities that come into the full totality of the practice of Tantra. And everybody to each their own. There's so many different regions all over the world that practice Tantra. There's Buddhist, there's Hindu, there's Egyptian, there's black, white, pink, red Tantra, there's Hindu, you know, I think I already said that, but it just,
I never heard of black, white, pink.
And there are all these different levels and different sects and different regions and different cultures, and there's the semen retention type, there's the manifest sex magic type, there's just the holistic breath work, the senses, feeling into tasting, hearing, sound, sound baths. And the Kundalini yoga, that's just, you know, there's whatever works for you to get you dropped into that space of of connecting to your Kundalini energy and seeing your truth with it, how it's moving.
I get to do more Kundalini yoga. I'm always go with my, well, I teach gentle yoga, but I also teach booty yoga, a little more fast-paced.
Yeah.
A little more fast-paced, but yes, I get to activate my voice. And I think Kundalini yoga would help a lot to balance the throat chakra, you know, because sometimes I feel like the throat is like suppressed a little bit and maybe not always speaking up or singing even. I'm gonna get shy.
See, I wanted to silence our throat chakras.
Yeah, seriously, like the camera stopped right when I was talking about the throat chakra.
We must have a blockage there. We need to work shit
balance. Wear more blues.
Right.
Eat more blueberries.
That is true. I always forget that.
Wear blue, color blue, and that helps balance the chakras. I did have this this girl who worked at the front desk of this other yoga studio I used to work at. She used to just wear all violet purple, like purple. So her crown must be like super blast open. Like that's all she ever wore.
I like that.
And her hair was purple violet, and I think that's just keeps
I got
her
my
crown.
root chakra going today.
Yeah, I got the heart chakra. I got the green.
I love it. But yeah, so there's a lot of practices like mantras, you know,
mantras, very powerful
to open up the throat chakra, and there's that all comes into play with your tantric practice too, and feeling even just the vibration of your own voice.
Oming.
Om.
I love oming.
Every chakra has a different mantra, you know, and there's mudras and there's mandalas. They're all three very much so similar vibrational patterns, but expressed in different ways, and they're fun to explore. Actually, oh yeah, see, I don't have my necklace on.
I know, I was gonna wear a necklace.
The Sri Yantra, right? This is the
Sri Yantra.
I was trying to say it. I say it like a white girl.
Here's a white girl.
I am white. So the Sri Yantra mandala and Sri Yantra. So this represents a masculine and feminine balance coming up and down, right? Essentially, there's a bunch.
Stone?
This in here I have on top is this is made out of redwood, pine cone. Great company. I wish I remember their name because they make beautiful pieces. They're one of a kind, and it's amazing because it's actually giving back to the replenishing of the redwood trees, because essentially they're splicing them using part for a creative, beautiful necklace, but then they throw them back out in nature, and by splicing them they actually reproduce them. They need to be cut or like in order for them to
get to reproduce.
Yeah. So they're creating space for the abundance of more trees while making something creative.
Oh my god, you know my landlord just gave me a San Pedro plant.
Oh yeah, I got mine growing.
Yeah.
Mine's
I
red.
need to put it in soil. He told me I need to put it in soil, and it's good to keep them on the ground. And he said if I wanted to cut it, I can cut it.
Yes.
And then grow a second one.
Yes.
Oh my god, I think I need your help for that.
Yeah, we'll do that.
I do not have a green thumb.
I'm plant mama. I love all my plants. Botany is my number one thing. I can't get this back on over my head. I was gonna put it on, but I guess I'm not supposed to. But the Sri Yantra, the gold flakes in there.
Pretty.
Avoid the idea
Show
of
the back too. That looks
right.
pretty.
So that's the actual back of the pine cone inside. It's really pretty.
Look at them.
And then there's some opal that's added in there just for decoration. But the Sri Yantra is the symbol of like all of the triangles up and triangles down, and how the masculine and the feminine meet in the center and create this perfect balance.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
And that's from
hey, but that's not the only thing you do. You also serve Kambo.
Oh yes. Speaking of medicines and the trees.
To hear about that.
And the
I did a Kambo ceremony. My first Kambo ceremony I did with a practitioner in Vegas. Her name is Tassara. She used to be a playmate, and she said Kambo saved her life.
Yeah.
Tashara, she said she has breast implants, and she had from the breast implant she got autoimmune disease. And her autoimmune actually got her bedridden, where she was like, couldn't even like walk. And because of Kambo, it saved her life. She said Kambo saved her life. And she taught me, and she said it's good to do three sessions in one moon cycle.
The lunar cycle.
One lunar cycle. So yeah, let's talk about Kambo. What is Kambo?
Well, yes, and I will agree with her. It saved my life, and not as a physical, like, drastic way. That I'm glad she found Kambo. That's amazing.
She's a real estate agent now too, but I think she still serves Kambo.
Once you have experienced this medicine, it changes your life in so many ways. It's from the jungles of Peru. Well, South America in general. It comes
from the frog, but they
from
don't
the
kill
monkey
the
tree frog.
Do not kill the frog. What kind of?
No.
What kind of tree frog?
The monkey tree frog.
Monkey tree
the
frog.
small little sapitos. They call it sapo there, which is a little confusing because we're in LA, so we're close to Mexico, and there's also toad medicine too. But essentially, it is the monkey tree frog in the Amazon jungle. And I've been doing land and animal conservation work with them with this medicine since 2018 as well. And basically, we're ethically harvesting this medicine. You don't have to harm any froggies. And they were reproducing at a rapid rate there for the first 3 years. You know, ebbs and flow with everything that's been going on in the world.
Not
you know,
anymore,
right? But to be continued with all of that. Never ending process, right? And I just follow and I go where I feel called and the help is needed, and you know, nothing's ever perfect, but we try our best. And but there's so much joy in that because I was seeing how happy these frogs were.
I purged so much my first time. Oh my god. And
I actually just did my own combo.
Oh yeah, show them.
Again, I'm like, can you see? So these 3 dots and these 3 dots, and then I have the tattoo of it to represent.
So you burned your own skin? You did it yourself?
I did. My mother held space for me, and I burned my own dots, and I administered the medicine to myself.
Yeah, let me know next time if you want me to hold space for you.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
If you want to do Kambo.
Yes, yes. I always appreciate that. I'm in my 3 cycles now, so I'm doing a whole reset. Is what essentially it's called. It's a lymphatic reset. It's 100% all natural, comes from these frogs. It's a secretion that comes off of their back. You like kind of like tickle their belly, and they'll get excited. It's like their defense mechanism, and then you just lightly take a little bit of it off, and then you put it on a stick. I wonder if I have one right down there. That way you can transport it. Yeah. Might as well. So that secretion then hardens. Oh, well, these are the tamishi vines. This is where you burn I like to call them portals to open the skin. It's just the first epidermal layer. Yeah, there you go. Very first epidermal layer of the skin that you burn. That way the medicine can go directly into the bloodstream.
There's sage.
Yeah. Oh, freshly picked too. Just made those ones, those little bundles.
And then look at her cool hapé. I serve hapé too. She has a bunch of amazing hapé, and
it's a great precursor medicine for any ceremony, any meditation, any prayer, anytime you need a ground.
Grounding.
All natural as well.
Yeah.
And this too, so these are the sticks that we have. This one's almost gone.
Oh wow.
This one is full.
Oh, that's full? That's how it comes?
Yeah.
Oh.
So you see the layer?
Yeah.
So that's
I've never seen it that way actually.
Yeah, see how this just looks like a stick, but then this is the actual secretion. Yeah.
Okay, so when you burn your skin,
you burn the skin.
Do you have to light it?
No, you don't light this. That you just wet it.
Oh, okay.
So it makes like
with
gelatinous like type
with water or with saliva?
In the jungle they use their spit. It just, I always ask how people personally feel about it, especially in Western society. You know, just safety first is one of my things. So, you know, it's up to them. It's their ceremony. Sometimes they spit because they're like, and others I just use regular water. It makes it a little harder to get the right consistency with just water, but it works. It does the same. It has the same effects.
You can use their spit too, though.
Yeah, you can as well, but I mean, traditionally, it's harder to do that unless like the stick is completely almost empty, because then it would be their spit left over for my next clients, and yeah, that's not that. It makes it harder to do that.
So Kambo is a good combination with hapé,
Right.
which hapé is actually pronounced spelled like rape. It's R-A-P-E, but it's pronounced
accent mark over the E.
And I love hapé. I've discovered it in Peru when I did my 300-hour yoga teacher training. And I love it ever since. It's like I feel like, you know,
it's so great for
medicine.
grounding. It clears out your nasal passageways. It redirects the neural pathways of your brain. Decalcifies the third eye. It's a manifestation tool. It multiplies manifestation.
Right. But it's not good to do it all the time, though.
Right.
Of
Some
course,
people,
but anything,
because the main ingredient, and almost all, there's only one other one called aperina that it does not have nicotine rustica in it. But the number one ingredient, because it's a shamanic
nicotine or
snuff.
rustica? What's a rustica?
Nicotina rustica is the actual leaf form of nicotine. Or of tobacco, sorry. Tobacco.
Yeah.
And it's sacred tobacco to them, and it's very much grown just the leaf. And
they pray over it, right?
They do.
The tribes in the Amazon.
Everything comes.
They pray over it.
That's the way sacred. I do. Anything that I sell, anything that I work with, anybody that I like to contribute to, I want to make sure from seed to product to ingesting or administering is I like to be a part of every single step of that process.
We have to protect our energy too. I realized because I was doing hapé about 3 or 4 times a week in the mornings to wake up and just to open my crown and ground myself to teach yoga. And there was a time where I started getting a massive headache, and then my friend said it's probably from the hapé. And so it made me realize I have to protect my energy every morning to put myself in a golden bubble or like an imaginary shield. Because we don't know, we're so open, right? Our crown chakra gets open and we're not able to see these things, but they're around. It's parasites and critters and entities.
Negative
and
positive.
Just being spiritual, you know, like some of you guys might not believe in that stuff, but I absolutely do believe in it. And so it's very important to protect your energy and put yourself in a bubble, even when you walk into large crowds and like just going about your day. I think even when you're hugging people, like it's good to hug people, but if you're carrying some heaviness, you don't know if these heavy energies can attach to you.
It's just good to be aware of, to protect yourself so that it doesn't like catch you off guard.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or that's what's so beautiful about Tantra too, is I could keep coming back to that because that's what taught me a lot about like what is mine and what am I holding on to that's not even mine. You know what I mean? And like being like so oblivious to that for so long, and then finally coming into a place where I'm like, oh, okay. And knowing the tools to release that, remove, or transmute it into light. And to help others do that. So, yeah, it's all about like that mastery of like knowing and being aware and being present and what tools to use,
I'm learning.
what work for you. Like everybody's different. It's really
I'm
cool.
learning to be more clear and conscious now because I can easily cry. Like my dear soul sister Alicia, her dog just died last night, and I literally can just think of her really quick and like or look at a picture and I could feel into her energy and I'm crying. I'm feeling her and I know that it's her. It's not me. Of course I feel empathy and compassion for, I know Whitney, her dog is named Whitney, and she was 14, and she's so cute. And, I definitely fell in love with Whitney because Whitney and Snoopy used to hang out. My dog is Snoopy. He passed a couple years ago, but yeah, I can feel into her energy. But the point is, like, I can tap in. I think I can just check in to somebody's energy, and I can feel like if they're sad, I can feel the sadness.
That's the mastery of you being in alignment with your gifts of like your empathy, and knowing
being an empath, exactly,
and fine tuning those
right.
Gifts
I'm
working on
so trying to like be like just be aware of like who's energy is whose? Like,
right,
where the anxiety is coming from.
Right.
Is it my own or is it somebody else's?
Physical pain. Like all of a sudden I'll have my clients and I'm like, oh, your stomach, or is that me?
Yeah, right, exactly. Oh my goodness. It's crazy. But these are the things when you become so much more aware of your own body and knowing where the feeling comes from, you can be discerning of if that's yours or not.
And that's another thing that you could use the energy for, is sending that kundalini once you have your orgasm and you loop it through and you always want to pull it back, and then you could send it in places in your body, in your own body, to be your own healer and use that force, use that power, use that source to heal yourself. So it's like literally you start with the mastery of your own energy, then you really get that kundalini energy like strengthened, then you're going to start sending it, manifesting, connecting with others, creating, like creation, dude, don't get me started on it. Creation of an actual life.
The portal.
Women.
Yeah, we have a portal.
The womb. What is that magic? What is this sci-fi stuff? Right? No, but it's source, it's power, it's bliss, it's pleasure, it's the ultimate unconditional love and the power that we have behind those sexual energies that people like we don't use enough. It's just we've been taught, oh, the only acceptable thing for sex is to procreate. Great, it's beautiful, and I'm not diminishing that. That is the most miraculous thing.
Right.
It's such a beautiful, I respect and honor it. Like, I'm terrified of it myself. But like, because I understand the power behind it. And then you take it a step further as to like, when you're learning these ancient like secrets that have been used, and like when people were really thriving and living hundreds of years or whatever, like and traveling across leaps and bounds, but who knows, the pyramids, whatever, like all these crazy things that have been created, and the potential of using this for something more than even just procreation. Like, it is, the potential for that is mind-blowing. It really is, because this is what we know about. This is what they want us to like focus on. And then they want to bring in the distortion and the shame and the guilt and the fear, because they don't want us to really tap into our own healing potential, our own manifesting and creating of other things other than just the life of healing, of love, of like, it's just, it's,
they want us to stay in a state of fear.
Yeah, and control. Instead of being liberated, being free, being sovereign, having your own self-love, having love for others. So important. Like, having love for this earth, respect, honor, and abundance in all areas, all of our gifts thriving together. You know, as this collective community, because it's really there.
So what would you advise someone who don't even know about all this stuff, like Kambo? Because we could be talking to an audience that don't even like
ever know
anything about what we're talking about.
What words are you using?
Like, what?
It's
Tantra, what is Tantra?
Yeah.
What is Kambo? Like, what is all this, right?
Right.
But this is where you can do some more research. And,
absolutely, or reach out at any time to either of us. And
but
I believe contact information.
I believe that if you're watching it all the way till this end, it's a sign that you're searching for more, you know, that you want to know more. So it's a sign that, you know,
you feel the call. And it's like, why not? I think knowledge and travel and culture and people and our lives and spirit is just like, it's a real fun game that we're playing, and why not? Why not experience it? Why not know? If at the very least know to protect and to strengthen yourself, or to bring your own knowledge and clarity, at the very least, right? And your own health. Yeah.
So what would you say for them to start doing if they're feeling called to a practice, a sacred practice?
Right. Well,
where does someone start, you know?
Discernment first and foremost, because there are a lot of, and there's somebody for everybody out there. There's so many different healers. They all have their own unique gifts. There's an abundance of information that I don't even think 10 of my lifetimes have even begun to scratch the surface of. And that's what just is, it gets me so excited about that, actually.
Yeah.
And yeah,
What
books, self-practice, meditation,
YouTube University.
videos. Like I said, I don't know if you feel called to put our information, reach out to other healers like us if it's not in alignment. I mean, we have plenty of referrals of something or someone that you could read, you could watch, you could connect to, you can do yourself, or have a guide, you know?
Yeah, there's so many tools to heal yourself. If it's not plant medicine, then it's yoga, it's breath work, it's meditation, organic.
Absolutely.
You know? It's eating healthy, it's exercising. It's getting out to nature.
Water, grounding in nature.
Drinking good water. You gotta know where your water is coming from, because some water can even be acidic.
Yeah.
And it's not good for your body. It dehydrates you, actually, because you want good water that's either spring water or water that has good pH balance.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, connect with us. I mean, you want to try that before we.
Which one? Oh,
try the dessert.
I almost forgot. Oh yes, we need to try this dessert. Is it warm? Oh, we gotta warm it.
You can warm it up. I have a few lettuce left. I'm like, I don't like food going to waste.
I don't want this.
Look, I got like 4 pieces.
I know that I never like wasting food, and that's why I always end up super full. And after Janet just gave us,
I mean, at least it's a salad, right?
It is. I feel perfect though, and this is gonna be great. Okay. And I hate how I'm like even warming it up in the microwave, but well.
Microwave, yeah, it causes radiation.
Yeah, not
try to stay away from microwaves if you can, but if you can't, no.
Yeah.
Once in a blue moon's okay.
You know, it's all balance. It's all balance, okay?
You want to lean towards the healthier balance.
Too much of anything in one way or the other is not good. Yeah.
Yeah, even if you're eating a lot of fruit, because fruit's healthier, right?
Right, but that's still a lot of sugar. Yeah.
No good.
I'm eating my apples in this cobbler.
Have you ever tried fasting?
Oh, yes, of course.
And intermittent fasting?
So that's a part of the Kambo practice.
Yeah,
that's very important,
that's right.
because if you're gonna go deep in your lymphatic system to the super gut of your bile and squirt all of that out, it's a non-psychedelic, complete lymphatic flush.
Right.
Like,
oh yeah, we didn't talk about
all
that.
the toxins coming out.
A combo session takes about 20 minutes, 30.
Well, the actual effects of the medicine.
Okay.
Yes, but the ceremony itself is at least an hour.
So you'll open up the session with some prayers, and then when you're ready, I guess the client gets burned a little bit with the stick.
Hapé, there's the precursor medicines, there's the medicine, there's the post medicine.
And then you burn the top layer of the skin.
Just one epidermal tiny layer. And as you can see, I have done this. I've been blessed to have the medicine in abundance, and you know, whenever I need. And you'll know once you do the first 3, that's what they recommend. 3 in the lunar cycle is the most manifesting and physical and spiritual and emotional and mental clarity. And whole lymphatic flush if you commit to the 3. But ultimately, I forgot where I was going with that.
The session, combo session.
Ultimately, once you have done it, then you'll know. Once you've done those 3, you'll know if that's all you need ever in your life, which most people, that's the case. Or if you hit certain...
You want to prep them to eat healthy beforehand too, right?
Absolutely. So there's a whole fasting, drinking lots of water, making sure that you aren't doing... you know, recreational drugs or alcohol.
Stay clean. Not just recreational, but even prescribed drugs. I don't think that's good.
There's certain ones, there's certain, like heart, anything that affects the heart, you want to be very cautious with. It doesn't render you,
with the heart. Okay.
It doesn't render you, like, not able to, I'm like, that's so good.
Holy crap.
It doesn't render you not being able to do it. The only thing that renders you, me personally, I've decided.
Sweet, which is good.
It's very light too.
It's not too sweet,
It's good. The only thing I would say personally, I don't feel comfortable serving the medicine to people with any that have had heart attacks or have any like valve or heart
Okay, that's good to
palpitations
know.
or issues.
Yeah.
Especially, unfortunately, if they're older, you know, because like my father, for instance, he's had, I think, 2 valve replacements. He's having another one coming up. He's never been able to do them. I don't feel comfortable because it could put them in cardiac arrest, and that's the only risk.
Have you heard any stories?
I haven't. I actually haven't, but that's the only warning that they've told me in the jungle. That's only because I was asking like the specifics. Because to them, in a way, they would recommend just fasting and getting off of all of those types of like blood pressure pills or anything, and then going cold turkey and doing this medicine, in which they say it really is powerful and it has healed a lot of people. But there's a lot of fear around that because there's other
people purge.
Western society.
Not everybody purges, right?
So
you can shake, but different way of purging.
There's so many different ways to purge, right? There's a mental purge, there's sweating, peeing, pooping, puking, laughing, crying, screaming.
Right. Some people don't know what purging is.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So purging is just a way of expelling energy.
Right.
Right? Energy that doesn't serve your body, your spirit, your
and this is a
body.
very physical one, so it's like an instant flush. It's like an instant detox.
People don't like throwing up, but it's totally okay. Like you want to throw up.
It's a different type of throw up.
Right.
It's not like oh, I'm hungover and it's like wheezy and it's building and you're like mouth watering and you're like, it's coming, I don't want it.
Yeah.
It's like this, like I feel relief after.
Oh yeah, you feel so much lighter. I did a few Kambo ceremonies already.
Lighter, grounded, clarity.
Yeah.
Skin
Erica gave
glowing.
me my last one. Oh, I did it in my root and my heart.
Yeah.
I did it in my heart chakra. Ooh, something came out. Some energies.
We should do the throat chakra together.
I think I've done the throat before.
And we did one back here too,
It's not as bad as the heart, right?
The closer it is to the heart, the more instant and rapid it is, and stronger the effects feel.
I get scared every time.
Over. It's over very quickly.
I get to get courageous.
It is, and it's, you know what? That's the part of
breathe through it.
That's the work. That's natural. The fear and the ego and whatever's kind of holding on to you is always fighting back and trying to like whisper in your ear.
I already feel it, like, okay, let's do the throat chakra, right? But am I ready for that? I'm not sure yet.
Right. And it whispers in your ear, it tells you those stories, and it takes you back into the comfort and leaves you in this place where you're at. And that's what the whole point is, pushing
get
through that. Yeah. And it's not easy. It's not easy when you're purging. Like, typically the first one, you're just introducing it to your body. Then you know how it feels. Then you know what to expect. The second one, you're going to up the dosage. And then you're really starting to get the purge, like sweating the toxins out and really feeling like possibly throwing up, you know?
Yeah.
Have a really good poop after the next morning. Have a great nap to reset. You're drinking lots of water. You're fasting throughout. You don't have to keep it the entire 3 weeks, but you're trying to push yourself a little bit further. You're setting your intentions. You're really committing to this 3 weeks of like this transformation, and then by the third one you're usually purging, and that's that whole reset, and that bile comes out.
That made me think of Nikki when she did her Kambo ceremonies. She was like in this dark underworld type energy, you know, and then after she did Kambo, she started getting clearer. I think she was able to channel a lot more clear, and she just got rid of all her things and moved to the mountains with her dog.
Who is this one?
My friend Nikki. I haven't heard from her in a while, but like,
did I know her?
No, you haven't met her, but I know every time she does text me, she'll be like, I'm praying for you and the family, like I'm always praying for you, you're always in my thoughts. I'm like, oh, that's so sweet. But Kambo totally transformed her life. She went from like black to white. It was like crazy, like a shift. It was like, whew, that's crazy. That's a blessing, like the old Nikki I knew is not the Nikki I know now. It's like she does not want to be even in this vortex like of the city. She wants to be just in the nature.
Makes you want to revert back to like that.
She got rid of all her things, and she was kind of like telling me like, you don't need any of your things. Like,
just move and leave.
She was like, you don't need any of your things. Like, right, crazy. Hey, but I want to show the audience your place.
Okay, so let's do that. Yeah, now that we've I'm all full. Should I move?
Yeah. This is Pachamama, Erica's dog. froggy. Isn't she a cutie? She named her Pachamama. That's Pacha. And look at her little space here with her hapé and sage. And then here's this nice altar. What do you call this altar, Erica? This thing?
That's a puja altar. That is actually offering to the deities most. I have a little bit of everything. I have my ayahuasca, like certain medicines, the trikuna leaf, but it has Shiva, Kali, I got Buddha, I got a little bit of everybody, but this is a Ganesha puja altar. Yeah.
Ganesha puja altar.
Yeah,
wow.
so offerings
okay, look
to
at
the
her
deities.
color palette, the turquoise and the green. Oh, it's pretty colorful in here.
Turkish.
So cute.
Little couches.
Turkish. Oh, these are Turkish couches.
Yeah,
Okay.
And then we have some Indian. I love this Indian market down the street, actually.
Cute meditation pillows.
This is all from Hawaii. This is actually Aphrodite, their version of Aphrodite. I finally found out.
Ooh.
Because I've been wondering this for years. I've had this for like over 10 years.
Yeah?
Yeah. And then we have the Kambo with Pachamama.
Nice.
Which is their Mother Earth deity. And I think this is Mama Kocha, the water goddess. And I think this is Werakocha, their god.
Nice.
So yeah, source creator.
Cute. She got froggies everywhere and sage and drums.
And my doggy's bones buried. Where's Pacha? Let's get Pacha on here.
I did. I got Pacha in there in the beginning. I introduced him to Pacha already, and she has a little space here.
Yeah.
I love this. Actually, your little TV stand kind of thing.
Yeah.
Gesture.
And I have just all the essentials in there.
All her selenites.
This is art that I do. I make
she makes art too.
art out of like broken things.
I love it.
So this one's not one of my favorites, to be perfectly honest, but it's a good explanation of there was a broken part of me and there's still beauty in it, right?
Yes.
And so now I'm such a clumsy person and I have all these things in my home. I'm like a bull in a china shop.
So cute.
And
look at all her herbs though before we go into the sound bath.
Apothecary over
Apothecary, hocus pocus.
Yes, oils.
Wow.
Herbs. A lot of them
Dry
are freshly
flowers.
grown, dried flowers. We got the teas that I've been making over here. This is like all stuff from Egypt, all over the world. These all either homegrown or from people that I ethically source from.
What's this over here? A little decoration.
It's a little decoration.
You are my sunshine. Okay,
yeah.
Okay, we're going in.
And then
you give us a tour. Dun, 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 dun. It's kind of dark. Is there a light?
Yes.
It's kind of dark in here, but.
I'm trying to turn on some more.
Ooh, so this is a massage table.
Yes, I do. So my chakra healing, alignment, assessment, balancing, massage. I call it body work because it's energetic body work. Really, it's not technically.
It's so dark in here, but cool.
But it is. It's like all the sound stuff.
Sound bowls.
And it's all a mess right now. I wish I was like a little more prepared.
Okay.
For this. There's some more light.
We
have the crystal harp. It's one of my favorites. This guy.
That's the crystal harp. Oh, right here. This is the crystal harp. Wow.
And these
so
guys.
Pretty. Wow. High frequency. Sound bath.
And we have our Egyptian tools. We have all.
Wow, she got all the awesome
these
tools.
Gold
Seriously.
and copper, so it's an energy amplifier. And this helps with the tuning forks because then I can actually reach the other places on my body, which I've never been able to like get to these little spots on my own. And it amplifies it. And this is an ancient Egyptian tool, the staff. They have a lot of theories behind it, but ultimately it's an energy conduit, and it's either helping release or helping receive and pull in when you need it. Yes, yes, yes.
Little lounge spot over here.
Yes, this is where it allow them
some
to
tarot
do
cards.
the guided meditations, and they
Pretty
enjoy
fan.
the
She has a
sound
lot of artwork, more hapé and
yes,
dried flowers.
This is one of the good ones. This one I'm
All her
proud of,
tarot cards.
actually. This guy here, out of the broken sound baths, or sound instruments that I have, and I made it into this art.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, so just because it's broken doesn't mean it's not beautiful.
Exactly.
Can't
I'm always trying to fix
transmute it
broken
into
stuff.
Joy. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, so pretty. Anything else you want to show? That's it, huh?
This is pretty much it. My room's probably a mess, but hey, we got Lakshmi here. We got Ganesha here, and we got sheep Isha. Isha is what
Flower
I
of life. All the sacred geometries.
So it's funny because at first I thought this was Lakshmi's counterpart, but it's not. So I had the Trinity here, but
Okay.
yeah.
So I guess that's it, right?
Thanks for sharing some time with us today, guys. Hope that you got
any advice.
Yeah.
That was
Thank you all.
My 5th mukbang.
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 Yes.
With Erica here. She
Tantrika
is
Serena, I'm also known
AKA
as
Tantrika Serena.
Tantrika name.
And
But
if you ever want to book a session with her, I'll put her info below.
Thanks
So please subscribe if you like my channel and you're learning. If you're liking the vibe here,
Yes.
I'm gonna bring on more friends to collab with and eat together because we love food and we love eating together, and that's how we love all the amazing fun lifestyle that has to do with being healthier mentally,
And
spiritually,
pleasure and bliss
physically. Oh yeah,
and
that part.
joy.
We want pleasure for sure. But healthy pleasures.
Yes,
Healthy pleasures.
the good ones.
To the best of our abilities. Oh wait, you got
little
What
Janis Joplin.
Hey.
Oh,
Janis
oh,
Joplin.
and here's the sage that I picked last growing here.
Oh wow.
Yeah, some black sage, some white sage, still drying.
Look, she's just harvest some sage.
Yeah.
Drying right now. Amazing.
With Marilyn. Right?
Marilyn.
A
Hey,
goddess
Marilyn.
for sure. To say the least.
I know, I went to pick sage with you one time.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much it, y'all. So please click like, subscribe.
Follow.
Follow.
Oh yeah, my Instagram is at Erica A. Bell. That's pretty much all I do with the technology stuff because I'm a little like I'm still living in the jungle in my heart. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Peace and love, y'all. Namaste.
Yay.
Have a great day.
Thank
wherever
you,
you're at in the
Janet.
world.
This is so fun.
Just trying to hold the camera in such a
Yeah.
way. Because, we had it on a tripod earlier, but anyway. Oh, it's getting hot. We need to turn the AC on.
Let's get that back on. All right. Stay blessed.
Stay blessed.